Clock never needed no wristwatch. Toast up, cheers to life, but this ain't no pit stop. Ayy, my words don't get you to the top. Speak life into the mic like Mike and 90, pass me the rock. The words will touch thousands on the block.
If a batter gets a hold of one and listens there, it could be gone in a hurry like that as Granger lifts one to left field.
Dialed in, feel like Cat, how we always winning, man. It's up.
Welcome back to another episode of the Off the Clock Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Paz, and today we are back with another interview. And guys, I know I am sorry I took a long break, right? About a month break that we took there. All right, I have no idea what it was, but I'm sorry I took that break, but we are back, all right? We are back for the rest of the summer. We have many interviews coming in, but before we get into all that, guys, I got a little bit of rebranding going on with my Instagram, all right? We got a new Instagram. We got a new Twitter name. We got a new Facebook name. I don't know. We'll go ahead and look. All of them will be right here, down here. We'll have multiple links down in the description, so y'all go ahead and click those. Make sure to stay tuned on every single account. We'll be posting updates all the time on those accounts, so go ahead and follow. And right now, guys, go follow my Instagram, offtheclock.mp. All right, we are doing a 100-day content challenge, 100 days straight of just posting content for you all. So go ahead and like and go ahead and follow. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button on here because, guys, we have some big interviews coming up. I know last time y'all watched these interviews, we had Braden Fuller on. We had Magic Estivel on. We had Brevin McCool on. I'm sorry if I'm missing somebody else. I don't think I am. But guys, now we have somebody else on, and I've been trying to get her on since the end of April, and her team just couldn't stop winning. They went all the way to the South Central Super Regionals where they went ahead and faced UT Tyler, and this player is one hell of a catcher, all right? She is one of the best in the nation in Division II. She is one of the best, all right? So I'm honored that I was able to have her on my show. So, guys, go ahead, sit back, relax, and just enjoy this conversation with West Texas A&M's very own Lauren Granger. Let's go. All right. Lauren, thank you so much for joining the show. Like I said before we started recording, we've been trying to get this done since I want to say the end of April. But
Yeah.
of course, for your fans and for my fans who will be watching this, I mean, we couldn't get it done because you guys almost made it to the national championship. Of course, almost, but congratulations to you guys. Of course, the season didn't end how y'all wanted to, but still a great year for you all.
Thank you so much.
So with that being said, first, the thing I want to start out with is just tell us a little bit about yourself for the people who may not know who you are. Who is Lauren Granger?
Well, I'm Lauren Granger. Oh, there goes my camera. Oopsies. I'm from Minnetonka, Minnesota. I'm a catcher. I played outfield last year as well. I'm a communications major, and I have two brothers.
Two brothers, younger or older?
Older brothers.
Older brothers. So now that I know that, we're about to get into your youth. Would you say your two older brothers had an impact on you, maybe playing sports or getting into sports?
Oh, for sure. Both of my brothers played baseball growing up, so I was always at the field, always cheering them on, heckling the boys, and just wanting to get out there myself. I think that's really what started me out being so competitive when I was younger.
And when was it that you got into softball? When was it that you started playing?
I started playing t-ball when I was, I think, 4, and then I started playing actual softball when I was 8.
And was that the only sport you played growing up, or what were some other sports you played?
I did play softball, and then I played soccer, tennis, basketball, and I did swimming as well.
What, swimming and out of all of them, you say softball was always the one that had your heart.
Yeah. Oh, I also played volleyball for a year. I did that too.
And what is it that really drew you to playing softball?
I feel like, well, the competitiveness. I just love it so much. And I feel like the work that you put into it and then seeing the results after it is so rewarding. There's just nothing like it.
And the whole time you are the youngest, like, what's the competitiveness in that household? Because I'm the youngest out of 2 brothers,
Hmm.
and I know that it was always competitive in that household. How was it for you guys?
Oh, yeah, always. I always wanted to beat them all the time.
And they
uh,
didn't take it easy on you, I bet.
no, of course not. We still have home run derbies with my whole family, my brothers and my dad, and we just go at it all the time. It's awesome.
And was there maybe a particular moment that you can remember whenever you were younger that you just like, yeah, softball is the sport?
I think probably when I started catching, I was, I think, 11 or 10 years old, and they put me behind the plate because nobody else could do it. And I was like, okay, this is kind of awesome. Like, I think I want to do this. So that kind
And
of did
when
it
was it
for me.
when was that?
When I was 10 or 11, I think.
Okay, so since then you've been playing catcher the rest of the time?
Mhm. Yeah.
And what is it about being a catcher? Because I mean, I I'm a bigger guy. I've played a little bit of baseball. I've done back there. I can't do it. My knees hurt. I can't stay down there for too long. What is it about catching?
It's just like the involvement that you get with every single pitch. I get to call pitches a lot of the time myself, so it kind of makes it a game between me and the hitter, and it just makes it even more competitive for me because when they're up to bat, like it's me versus you, like you're gonna have to beat me, and I love being able to have the connections with my pitchers, and I like being in control of the field.
Yeah, I mean, from the sounds of it, it does sound like you have a lot of control on how the game goes and how momentum is. And I mean, you've done pretty well. And your high school years, you have a decorated list from high school. You went to Hopkins High School, if I'm not mistaken. You
Yes.
you've been all state, all metro, late conference champs. What do you remember most about those years?
I remember most me and my dad finding a field and going and hitting all the time. It was really just like a lot of me and my dad putting in work, a lot of bullpen catching, like for their
Mhm.
lessons and stuff. And my teammates were so fun in high school. We always just had so much fun on the field. Like it didn't matter who we were playing. We were just playing our game there to hang out with each other and good things happened.
And what did it mean to you to be recognized for a lot of those rewards?
It was cool. It puts everything into perspective because everything it feels like a grind sometimes, just like going, 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 and being able to like look back and be like, oh, like okay, like that was hard and you did it and you did it well. Like that makes it feel so sweet.
Like, it all paid off, all that work, and like you said, you and your dad finding a field, going out to just
Hmm.
practicing and finding out it all pays off for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And what kind of leader or teammate were you, would you say, then in high school?
Oh gosh, my dogs are barking. I feel like I try to be as much as a servant leader as I
Mhm.
can, doing things for my team, leading by example, trying not to say too much. I definitely am a vocal leader as
Mhm.
well, but I try to keep that to like on the field type of thing. Um, yeah, but I just like trying to do what I can, trying to do it right, and then hopefully other people will
Be the
follow.
best teammate you can. You gotta show them how to work, and hopefully they follow you after that. And I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure they did. You guys were pretty good in high school too. Were there any other memories or maybe games that you can just think of that were like, wow, like this was a fun experience throughout high school?
Um, when we won to go to state my senior year, that was a really big year for us. I had a lot of friends on the team, and I've been playing with them all through high
Mhm.
school. So it was just super special for us to all go there together on our last year. And we finished third, so that was good too.
And did you play with a lot of those teammates throughout your youth years also? Was it
Actually didn't. So I grew up in Minneapolis,
Mhm,
Minnesota. So I ended up moving to Hopkins when I was in seventh grade. So, or eighth grade. So I kind of did, but not as much as like they did
mhm.
growing up together.
So what was it would you say it was kinda hard for you to at first to maybe fit in, or how was that? Did it move seamlessly, or what was it for you?
Um, I feel like it's always a little bit of a transition when you join a new team, especially high school, because everyone goes to school together and they don't really know you. But I think the Hopkins group and Carl Yancey, my coach, they did a great job of just like bringing me in, and I just weaved into the girls right away. It was a very unique experience as well because I was captain my freshman
Mhm.
year through my senior year. So it was it was really cool to still be like respected as a freshman captain and not like looked down upon just because I was younger than some of the girls.
Yeah, they still treated you the same, they didn't look at you differently or try to
Yeah,
treat you differently.
yeah,
And whenever you were in high school, were your eyes always set on playing college ball, or were you just in the moment the whole time?
always. I always wanted to play. I was always trying to build something up to put it on a video or something, but I knew that I wanted to play college softball from when I was 12 years old.
And take me through your recruiting process. With all your accolades in high school and everything that you had, what was your process like?
It was a little bit unique again. So I played up a lot in my youth. So I had been playing 12U for like 5 years, 5 years. And I didn't want to do it anymore.
Mhm.
But in Minnesota, you couldn't play club ball until you were 14. So I decided to go and play for South Dakota, where I played for Mike Muck, who is my college coach now. And I met some of my teammates that I have now and a lot of good friends. And that was a great program to grow up in. And then COVID hit, and the year after I was getting recruited, and schools didn't necessarily know like what they wanted to do, where their money was going to go. And Coach Muck was like, come here. We got you. So that's kind of how it ended up for me.
So I guess that answers my next question, or why you end up going from home so
Yeah.
far away from Minnesota all the way to West Texas A&M, and you get recruited by West Texas, you go to West Texas. Like, were there any other universities maybe you had an eye on that you were thinking, or was West Texas after your coach texted you, was it just, "All right, we're going there?"
Before they had talked to me, there were definitely a few, but nothing super sure
Mhm.
because, again, they didn't know where their money was going to go. And so when he said that to me, I was like, God's got me. Like, I'm supposed to go somewhere. Like, it seems right.
And did you graduate class of 21 or was it 20?
22.
22. Okay, so you were still in high school for whenever COVID did hit. How was it for
Yeah, it was my
you guys? How did y'all go through it? Because I talked to uh, a few athletes already who lived in California at the time, and he said once COVID hit, they moved to Texas and so he can play football his senior year. How was it for you
Wow.
guys? What did you guys go through during that COVID time?
Minnesota basically shut down for a very, very long time. I didn't have my junior year of high school ball, which also made it even more special for us to go to state my senior
Uh-huh.
year because we didn't get to play my junior year. Um, yeah, we went online all junior year, and then we were online at the beginning of my senior year as well. And then like a quarter of the way through or so, they let us go back finally. But we were still wearing masks and everything, like even when we were playing.
Even while y'all were playing, outdoors,
Yeah,
still wearing masks and everything.
yeah.
Dang, so you missed out a whole season of high school, softball.
hmm
Was there, like,
hmm
any training that y'all would do that they'd have y'all do, or was it just strictly, like, nobody can come in, do anything, like, stay home?
It was pretty much high school ball was just shut down. You couldn't really do anything through the school, but of course, me and my dad kept pushing.
That keep grinding.
At that point, so yeah, I was in every day, catching for pitchers, doing it.
Yeah, dad didn't let you rest.
Nope.
And so
I'm.
And so you finish your high school year, you go to West Texas, and how was that adjustment like? What going from up north, coming down all the way down south, what was that adjustment like for you?
It was a big one for sure. It definitely took me a while to just being on my own because I am the youngest and the only girl, so as you can assume. But it was good, and the seniors on my team my freshman year really helped me, just like guiding me and just being like great friends and role models, showing how to keep going, that you can do it.
And what's something that you realized whenever you started playing D2 softball or college softball, what's something you realized that maybe not many people ever think about or ever realize that athletes may go through, or what is something?
I feel like just realizing that the game is really, really hard. Like just being able to not to give yourself grace, not necessarily being okay with mistakes, but like being really happy with the plays that you do make because there's so many balls that you're not going to hit, and or like plays that can't be made or something, and just being able to focus on like the good parts of it,
Mhm. Not beat
for
yourself too
sure. That's
much on the bad.
and just like trusting, being able to trust myself. I feel like my freshman year I was very antsy, I was very nervous, and you could see it on the field. And once I was able to settle into my skin and realize like I've been doing this
Mhm.
forever and just being able to trust myself, it helped a lot.
And so now throughout your college, you've also stacked up quite a resume for yourself. This past season, you were named All-American. You've been first team All Conference. Whatever it is, you name it. You're listed as one of the best catchers in in the nation, and alongside you is one of the best pitchers in the nation in Emily Boyer.
Yeah.
How is that relationship between you 2? I mean, y'all are spectacular. I watched y'all play. I called one of y'all's games here, at Tamu.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I got to watch it firsthand. How is that relationship like between you guys?
Oh, it's awesome. We grew up playing club ball together. So I met Emily when I would think I was 13 or 12, and I've caught for her on and off since then. And then we were on the same team, our older years, 16s through
Mhm.
college. So I got to catch for her all through club ball with that. And it's just so great. Like, Emily is so positive and Like she works so hard and it's just so fun to work with her. Like we have this connection where I feel like we're just chatting the whole time when we're playing and like nobody else is there.
Y'all just understand each other. It's smooth.
Yeah,
And so did y'all get
yeah,
recruited together, or how did that work?
yeah, we did. We actually had two other teammates from our club team also come. They're not there anymore, but it started out as four of us.
Dang, it was a 4 squad there.
Yeah.
And so throughout, like I mentioned, throughout your collegiate career, you've been, accolades on accolades. What is it, or how does it feel now playing at this level, being recognized as one of the best players in your position?
It's really cool. Um, Again, just going back to the hard work, like, and being so far away from home, I don't get to see my family very much. They try and come out as much as they can, but it's really far. It's like 16 hours, so they don't get to come out as much. And just being able to be recognized for like the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into it is so awesome. And as a catcher, like my job is to make the pitcher look good. So it's almost a surprise when people are like, "Wait," like I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
And what about this team that you would say, I mean, like I mentioned, this season, y'all did amazing. Y'all almost made it all the way. And what is it about this team that is special in your opinion? What's the vibe like in the dugout, or in the locker room? What is it?
We just have so much fun together. Like even at practice, we're always just cracking jokes or making silly slides on the field, like just trying to compete and make it a game. And I think something that also made a difference is we had a lot of freshmen come in this year. We had 10 freshmen and they just did such a great job. Like they had a little chip on their shoulder. They're like, we don't want to be the team with 10 freshmen,
Yeah.
like, and that's why whatever. And they put the work in and like the culture was really great, like being grateful for each other, for helping each other out, and taking pride in your teammates' success when you were the one that hit them the ground balls or fed the machine for them or something. Like there was just a lot of pride on this team, I feel like.
Y'all treated each other like a family, stayed as one. And that's really, whenever you talk about some of the best teams, those are things that everyone talks about. And it's not
Mhm.
always just what happens at the game, but what happens leading to the game in those practices. What is it that you all, are able to succeed, or you're able to practice hard every day consistently and work hard, and it pays off on the field at the end of the day. And sure enough, we saw it with you guys. And
Mhm.
how has your would you say your role has grown on the team since joining in freshman year?
I feel like, that's a good question. um, my freshman year, I came in with two catchers ahead of me. So I had a junior and a senior ahead of me. And so my role was kind of just to pick up where they left off, kind of, and do what I could to back them up. I feel like my role now is to just bring out the best in everybody around me. I feel like making them feel like they can do what I know that they can do.
Mhm.
Because sometimes the doubt creeps in and they don't know. And I feel like a big part of my job as the catcher, as someone that somebody sees all the time on the field, is like making sure that you know that I believe in you, even if you don't.
Yeah, you go pick up your teammates like, "Hey, it's alright, you're good, and get 'em next time. If they miss a ground ball or an error, you're there. Hey, it's alright, get them next time." Something like that.
Like I work for you, you work for me.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta have that, especially as a teammate. That's whenever other teammates will start looking at you like, "Alright, those okay, you know what? Yeah, she's right. Get them next time, go out there, don't worry about it, shake it off, and get ready for the next one."
Hmm.
And so
Hmm.
now a few things off the softball field. What is something you're passionate about that the fans wouldn't know from watching you play?
I love my dogs. I have I have a cockapoo named Bo, and he's 2 years old. And yeah, I love him so much.
And when you're not on the field, what are you doing? What are some things you're doing?
Spending time outside, listening to music, usually at the dog park with my dog. I like the sun. I love spending time in the sun as much as I can.
And what's some music that you have on a game day? What's some game day music you got?
Mm. It depends. It depends on the mood. Sometimes I need a little bit of Jesus. Sometimes I need a little. It depends.
On the Sundays, you gotta put that Jesus on. And
But it goes back
are
and
there
forth.
any pregame rituals that you have, pregame routines that you like to stick to, or you're not superstitious at all? You just go out there and play?
I'm a drink girly, so I gotta have my coffee. I gotta have a juice, and I like my soda too. I'm always gonna have like at least 3 drinks with me,
Just you're gonna
and my
keep
hair.
those with you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
what is something so you said you are a communications major, right?
Mhm.
What is something that you would like to do with communications? Do you see yourself doing something with that in the future, or what is it?
I'm not totally sure. So I actually switched to communications this year. My freshman and sophomore year, I was animal science pre-vet, which was also another reason why I came to WT because we have a very good agriculture
Mhm.
program. But then I realized it wasn't really for me. So communications, and I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with it. I coach right now, so maybe some more coaching with it. I'm not sure.
And do you like coaching, or what groups do you coach right now?
I love coaching. Right now, I coach a 16U team, but I work with girls of all ages, giving lessons and working camps and stuff like that too.
And so now we're nearing the end, and you are going into your senior year of college, right?
Yeah,
And so throughout all these years, you've said you've been playing softball since who knows since T-ball since 4 years old.
yeah.
What is
hmm
something that softball has taught you throughout life and that you carry on and off the field?
Just being able to trust the process, I feel like. Remembering that nothing really, really good comes from easy. Like, you're always going to have to work for something that's going to be worth something too. And I feel like softball has also like helped me as a person, just being able to take accountability for anything that I do, like being able to be like, that's on me.
Mhm.
Like, I'm going to do this better next time, and like actually doing it better the next time. I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, and I gotta say I agree with both those things. I mean, I'm a huge proponent, and I say this to everybody I can meet and whoever it is. Although, of course, I can't force people to do it, but I'm someone who says I think everybody should play sports. I don't care who it
hmm
is. I don't care if what. Of course, if you can't, you can't. But if you can, I suggest everybody go out there play sports because you get to learn those things. You get to learn how to be a teammate, how to work with other people, how to be accountable, how to work hard, how to how to fail, but you know how to win. You know, whenever you
hmm
lose something and then you go back the next season and you win, it makes that feel so much better than it did last time.
hmm
And
for
and
sure.
I was like throughout my middle school years or youth and middle school years, I like all I did was win. I played football and all I did
hmm
was win and win and win. And not until I got to high school, maybe my first year, we won, almost got district in football, and then the
Yeah.
following 3 years, lost. Only won 2 games. Only won 2
Oh
years after
no.
that. For those last 3 years, only won 2 games. But
hmm
it made me realize, like, it's more than just winning. It's more than just winning. You learn so much on and off the field from playing sports. It's not just, "Alright, just went out there, win, loss, whatever, whatever." No, you learn how to become a better person. You learn how to take those losses. You know how to take those wins. Because I mean, once I got that first win after that loss after that one season, we lost everything. getting that first win
Yeah.
was a blessing. It was,
The loss don't matter
yeah,
anymore.
exactly. We were 0-10, and then we come back the next year. We start off 0-3, and we win our homecoming game, and we're like, you know what?
Oh,
That's all I
awesome.
needed. That's all I did. I was
Yeah,
happy after that.
good time to win.
I just needed to say we won one more time. That was it.
Yeah.
But I mean, but like I was saying, you do learn just so much from playing sports, and I think everybody who's listening, and I hope everybody who's listening decides to play sports or continue to play their sports, because you get to learn so much and you meet so many great people, and that's one thing that I
Oh
love.
yeah.
Everybody comes from a different background, and you
Yeah.
learn a different sort. Like me right now, I'm interviewing you, and you just came from Minnetonka. Hope I'm saying it right. and
You did, you
and
did.
now you're at West Texas. Like this is what
Mhm.
I love. This is what, 'cause you get to learn so many people from different places, learn about them, and that's my favorite thing about sports.
Yeah, yeah. I love that about college sports. Like, there's nobody from
No.
it's the same area on my team right now. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
and I look at our track team, and I'm sure it's the same with West Texas track
Oh,
team. Everybody's from everywhere, all over the world. You have people from
yeah. Mhm.
Colombia, from Asia, from India, everywhere, and
Yeah.
it's
It's amazing.
yes, it is so amazing. It's beautiful. Like, I've loved sports my whole life, but I think I've started to love sports even more seeing the collegiate level and seeing how everything works and how everything is. I think I've fallen in love
I
with it more.
Me too. Like watching the College World Series, I feel like I have a way bigger respect, bigger understanding of just like what they do and like the pressure and like what they did to be able to get there. Like another thing that I think I've learned is being able to fall in love with the process a little
Mhm.
bit. Like being able to be like, okay, this is hard, but like that means that I'm getting better and there's great things coming. Like being able to love the hard parts.
Yeah, and that's another thing that many great athletes say. It's you gotta love the process. You can't just love the game, because if you just love the game, it won't work, because
Yeah.
you're gonna go through the process more than you play the games. So
Mhm.
you gotta love that part in order to just love the game also, and if you love them both, it's gonna be amazing for you.
For sure.
And so another thing, looking now back at a freshman you, what's something that you would tell yourself looking back at freshman you?
Take a deep breath. um, yeah, that would probably be a big part. And just calm down. Like I feel like I was always trying to do so much, trying to like prove myself to myself
Mhm.
even like take a deep breath. You're supposed to be here. Like there was not a mistake.
Yeah, you're here for a reason. It's all right.
Yeah.
And so now the last question, or really we kind of already answered it, but with this next season, I'm guessing being your last, not sure. Not sure if you adding
Yeah.
one more. Okay.
My last.
After this next season is over, what are your plans for the future?
um I'm not really sure. I see myself coaching for sure. I don't know what capacity it's going to be at, but we'll see wherever it takes me, really.
Well, we'll go ahead and see, and that's all I have. But again, Lauren, thank you so much for joining. I'm glad we're finally able to get this interview done. It was a great one. Again, congrats to you guys this past season, and I wish the best for you all next year. I'll be watching from afar. Hopefully, of course, when y'all come here, it's a different story. But but thank you nonetheless for
Yeah.
joining.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Alrighty, you take care.
Uh, yeah, off the clock, never needed no wristwatch. Toast up, cheers to life, but this ain't no pit stop. Ayy, my words don't get you to the top. Speak life into the mic like Mike at 90, pass me the rock. The words of touchdowns hustles on the block. Without a doubt, but she's a reassurance on me, we lie. Ayy, off the clock, baby, but we tuned in, dialed in. Feel like Cat, how we always winning, man. It's up.